Hello students, welcome back to this e-learning portal of STBA. In today's business studies session, we will start with the second chapter, that is forms of business organization. In the first chapter, we have discussed that the businessman has to decide which form he has to select. Form means what will be the structure, organization and legal status of his business. In this chapter, we'll discuss the various forms of business organization in the private sector. The first such organization format is sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship is made of two words, sole and proprietor. Sole means single and proprietor means owner. So that business in which only a single individual is the owner, that is sole proprietorship. So he owns the business, he manages all the activities of the business and he controls the business. Whatever profits he is having in the business, only he is the person who will receive all the profits. But if there is loss, then that loss will be borne by him only. So that form of business organization in which a single individual owns, manages and controls the business organization and he is the only recipient of profits and he bears all the risk, that is known as sole proprietorship. The examples of sole proprietorship, you can see a numerous number of organizations which are into this format. For example, if you visit a general store, then that is a sole proprietorship organization. If you go to a medical store, that is a sole proprietorship organization. If you want to purchase stationery or garments or shoes, then all these are available in the sole proprietorship forms. So sole proprietorship is a very common format. To understand more about sole proprietorship, let us go through the features of sole proprietorship. The features of sole proprietorship business are: first, ease of formation as well as closure of business. So it is the most simplest form to start the sole proprietorship organization. The owner has to fulfill only few formalities which may be required for the business. Simple say registration or licensing formalities are there. So very few or sometimes no formalities are there to start the sole proprietorship form of business. Now, the sole proprietorship form has the less formalities in case of closure of business also. If a businessman wants to close a sole proprietorship firm, only his decision is enough to decide the closure of the business. The only thing he has to do is whatever are the liabilities or the responsibilities or debts, he has to pay those things and then he can close the business. So it is most easy to close as well as start the sole proprietorship firm. The second feature is liability. Liability means the debts that you have to pay or the liabilities or the expenses you have to pay in the business or the losses you have to bear in the business. So in sole proprietorship, the person has unlimited liability. Now what is unlimited liability? Unlimited liability means that he is personally responsible for payment of all the debts of the organization in any condition. If his business assets are not sufficient, then he has to use his own property, his own savings or resources also for payment of these debts. Let us understand this concept through an example. If a firm has a debt of rupees 50,000 and the business assets of the firm are only 30,000 rupees. So in that condition, how those 20,000 rupees will be paid off? those 20,000 rupees will be paid off by the personal savings or personal assets of the sole proprietor. He has to use his savings, or he can sell his assets. Whatever his personal assets are there, he can sell them and pay off that 20,000. So 30,000 is taking from the business, 20,000 he has to pay on his own. So he has unlimited liability because this 20,000 has to be paid from his personal property. So that is the concept of unlimited liability. The third feature is sole risk bearer and profit recipient. As we have seen in the definition also, that he is the only person who will bear the risk in the business. Whatever is the loss in the business, that loss has to be borne by him only. So he will bear all the risk without sharing it with anyone else. Similarly, whatever hard work he is putting, if he is earning profit, that profit will 100% go to him only. He will enjoy those profits individually, alone. So he is the sole risk bearer and profit recipient. The fourth feature is control. The sole proprietor has the sole right to run the business and make all the decisions. So whatever decisions are there, he will take the decision. Even if he takes advice of his employees or management, then also he is the final authority to take any decision, whatever decision. For example, a business of say steel manufacturing is there. So he will decide which technology is to be used. He will decide how much capital is required. He will decide how many employees are required. So all these decisions will be taken by him only. So he has the ultimate control or 100% control in the business. The fifth feature is no separate entity. Now, legally, in the eyes of law, business does not have an identity separate from the owner. So, from legal point of view, the owner and the business both are treated as single entity. So, say if I am the owner of X Limited, so I and X Limited do not have separate entities. That means we are not treated as two different units. We are treated as one single unit only. So all the things associated with the business, I am directly responsible for that business. Whatever profits are there, whatever formalities are there, that will be done by me, not in the name of the organization. So that is known as no separate legal entity. Although in business accounting they are treated as two different units, but legally they will be treating as single person, single unit. So if any case is there on X Limited, so it will be on me also, because I am the owner of X Limited. So the sole proprietor does not have a separate legal entity. Sixth feature is lack of business continuity. So in the sole proprietorship firms, sometimes the business cannot be continued regularly because the single person is there. So if anything happens to that single person, then that business may be negatively affected by that thing. For example, if the sole proprietor meets with an accident and he is on rest for say 6 months or 1 year, then because he is the person who is handling the business and he cannot Now he cannot handle the business. So for this 1 year, his business may be closed. Or ultimately, if continuously his losses are there and is not able to continue the business, his business can be closed. So any physical incapacity of the sole proprietor, or if he dies, or if he becomes insane, or if he is into imprisonment, or he becomes bankrupt, then the sole proprietor may be temporarily or permanently closed. So there is lack of business continuity. So we have discussed these features. Ease of formation, liability is unlimited. He is the single person to bear the profit and loss. He has 100% control, and the organization does not have a separate legal entity, as well as sometimes the business continuity may be negatively affected by the situation or the negative condition of the owner or the businessman. Now let us see what are the features of the sole proprietorship organization. Now, the merits of sole proprietorship. The first merit of sole proprietorship is quick decision making. So, single individual is there. So, he can decide whenever he wishes, whatever he wishes, without consulting to anyone. He does not have any foundation that he has to consult, he has to conduct a meeting, and then he has to take the decision. He can on his own take the decision. So fast decision or quick decisions can be taken. For example, a new competition comes into the market and the sole proprietor decides that he has to give 20% discount on selected goods in his shop. So he can take the decision on his own thinking without consulting with anyone. So he can take a quick decision. The second merit of sole proprietorship is confidentiality of information. In the sole proprietorship, the information about the business remains only with a single person, that is the owner of the business. So obviously the person himself will not tell his secrets to anyone else. So he can maintain the ultimate secrecy in his business. So confidentiality can be maintained. The second aspect which helps in maintaining the confidentiality is that the sole proprietor need not to publish its accounts in public. So it is not an obligation on him that he has to show his records, his financial records, his accounting records to anyone publicly. So confidentiality of information can be maintained in the sole proprietorship very easily. Third is direct incentive. So whatever is the result of the business, he is solely responsible for that. So if he gets profit in the business, he will enjoy all the profits. If loss is there, he has to bear all the losses. So whatever efforts he is putting, whatever result he is getting in the business, he is directly getting the benefit or the benefit of that situation. So he will be directly motivated to perform better, because if he performs better, the profits will be higher, and when profits will be higher, he will get more profits. If loss is there, then he will have to bear the loss. So he will put all his efforts to increase his profit, increase his own income. So direct incentive he is getting. Fourth one is sense of accomplishment and confidence. When any person does anything on his own and gets success, then he gets a confidence in himself, and he gets a sense of achievement. Yes, I have done something. So similarly, if a business, if say you start a business and you earn profits in the first year only with your efforts, with your thinking, your decisions, obviously you will be happy, you will be satisfied, and you will feel that on your own efforts you have achieved something. So that will boost your confidence also. So you get a sense of achievement and confidence when you do a sole proprietorship business. The fifth merit is ease of formation and closure, that we have discussed in the features also, that it is very easy to start as well as close the sole proprietorship firm. So we have discussed quick decision making is there. We can maintain secrecy or confidentiality of information. The direct reward of your efforts you are enjoying. You are getting sense of achievement, and it is easy to form and close the business. So these are the merits of sole proprietorship.